Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to round number 4 of the Vroom Vroom Dues Racing League. I am your host, Kasa. We are coming to you from a rather sunny looking Hungarian here in the heart of Hungary, as you might guess by the name. In case you've missed us so far, this is round 4. We've had 2 different winners so far. Frankie Pie has picked up the first 2 wins. Followed last time out by Higgsy in the McLaren, so all still to play for there, as well as in the Constructors' Championship. McLaren are 1 point ahead of Renault, so a good fight developing there. I will look forward to seeing how that progresses over the course of the season. As I say, it's very early on, so anything really can happen at this point. And as we've literally just started qualifying, you've not missed anything just yet, don't you worry. With IG at the moment, he's letting some cars through, which is quite an interesting tactic when you're at the front. It's one of these tracks that you kind of don't want to be in slipstream with anyone. Even down the home straight, you might want it on there, but all the other corners, you really want to avoid it on. Yeah, Hungary Ring it's a lovely track. It's been nearly the same, I think, if not exactly the same. Now, since its creation 33 years ago, nearly to the day actually. It's actually came out in '86. I think the first race was August 10th, 11th or 12th, somewhere around that point. I only know because that's my birthday. It was the first race behind the Iron Curtain. For those of you who probably don't remember that sort of era of time. But yeah, so we are happy to be here. It's a very challenging track. It's got a nice long home straight, a nice bit of wide driving from IG there, and he's made a mess of that up, so he'll be going for a little wander around. We'll stay on board with him for now. It's crucial to qualify on this track, very high up. As you say, there's only really a handful of overtaking opportunities, and they're all in Sector 1. As sort of along the home straight, and then the first few corners, you've got DRS down the home straight, and then after the first corner towards the second corner. DRS detection point is just before the start of turn 14. We'll start on board with IG for a moment. Raz has been disqualified for going the wrong way already. That is not a good start for him, so he'll be 19th at best. Detection point for DRS is just coming up here. You'll see a white line across the middle of the road there. So that's where you've got to be within 1 second of the other driver in front. And then this is as I say, right, we'll start on board with him. I'll talk you through overtaking areas. Obviously, the home straight, DRS wide open, great opportunity here. And as you come into turn 1, you can try and send it down the inside or try and go around the outside. If you don't get it there, you try and keep alongside the guy in front. And you don't do that. That's what you don't want to do. IG's just lost the rear end there. He's made a mess of that. And unfortunately, he's just in the middle of just blocking a little bit of the track there. So he'll be getting back going in a moment. We'll start board with him just for a little bit. I'm not sure what he's trying to do. He needs to get going, otherwise he might get disqualified. Unfortunately, it's a very busy track, so he is now just waiting for a space. He's trying really hard to find a space, and let's say it's busy. As I said, now this is the next part of the overtaking. If you get a chance coming out of turn 1, you'll be alongside into here, and then you're going to be on the inside for the first corner, but then the outside for the next part. But sometimes you want to be on the outside for here, because you just carry that speed around the outside and just take the position. Not a lot of opportunities to overtake through here now. That's pretty much it, unless the guy in front makes a mistake like that. Turn 5 here, that curb on the inside. Most people make mistakes there. That turn 5 is brutal. That curb on the inside is not one you want to put a wheel on. Very similar to turn 11, I believe. It was 12 actually at Bahrain. That long right hand after the middle DRS straight. You touch that curb there, and your back end comes around to say hello, and you start going the other way. I suspect IG will come into the pits now. He's had a little spin on those tyres, so you may fancy a new set. Let's start on board with Joe as he's just come across the line. He goes second fastest with a 17.595. Just ahead of him is Salty TJ. He's done it on the softs though, out front, and it's only just faster than Joe. So that's good luck then for Joe. He'll be changing onto a softer compound later on. Just getting these banker laps in at the moment, and then we'll see what they go for. A few people so far have even attempted the softs. Only 3 people have put in times, of which only one's really competitive. That's Salty J. TJ up the top. Paperclip Fantasy has put in a time of a 18.911, but he's done it in a 6th and very much off the pace, particularly on soft tyres. Let's have a look further down. Where is winner last about Higgsy? He's not going to be winning if he continues that racing line. And that is at turn 5. Once again, you make a little mistake on turn 4, it just throws you off for turn 5. They connect so well. That's the characteristic really of this track, that the corners just connect, they just flow. You don't really get a chance to do much straightening up and overtaking. You're hoping the guy in front of you makes a mistake. A little straight here, but again, you really have to capitalise on someone making a big mistake to even go for a lunge down there. But yeah, so we'll see. As I said earlier, qualifying is going to be absolutely crucial. You need to be starting on the front few rows if you want to get a good result here. Try not to hit the pit lane entry. That's very, very close to the edge of the track. Higgsy does put in a time. It's well off base. It's 25.8, but he is going again. And we'll stay on board with him as he goes round turn 1. And let's see how he does this. If he loses the back end like we saw last time. No, he doesn't. He's learned from IG's mistake. Throws it into 2, just bringing it onto that very late apex. And then this is turn 3 now. We come up to turn 4 or 5 where we saw a load of mistakes earlier on. Let's see if Higgsy makes a mistake like he did last time. Comes across that beautifully. That was well taken now. Slows the car down beautifully. Don't go too much onto that curb. Stays well off it on the inside. Into the little chicane then of 6 and 7. Don't take too much of that inside as well because that's quite high. A little bit of lock up there into 8 and then into 9. And then the no lift turn 10. And into turn 11. Just shift down a little bit on the brakes. And down the hill, down towards turn 12. 90-degree right. Crucial to get that back over right as you go towards the end of the lap. Round the long left-hander then of turn 13. And he's still going to go. Final corner then, a long right-hander of turn 14 this time. Power down, don't know what to do. Leclerc did in the actual F1 and stick it in the wall there. And Higgsy doesn't, and he sticks it at the front on those hard tyres. Oh, brilliant lap then from Higgsy. I just wonder if Salty J actually backed off his lap because he's going on the mediums now. If that was all he had on the softs, then I would be surprised if he's going for mediums. So he'll be just trying for a one on the mediums. Let's have a look further down. Go to your last name. He is on the mediums. He's on a flying lap at the moment in the Ferrari. Yellow in 62. It's just cars sort of slowing down at the moment, so nothing too much to worry about. As we are coming downhill down towards turn 12 in the final sector. So let's see, can he improve? His previous lap was on the hard, so you expect him to improve. You're probably going to see an improvement of about half a second, I would say at least. Obviously, it depends how much he's turned the engine up. At this stage, you might have just put a banker in with a low engine mode. He has improved by, well, nearly 0.8 of a second, so he goes P1 at the moment. Just under 9 minutes left of the session. He's at a 17.509. The times at the top are looking very tight. We'll just have a quick look at the gaps to the leader. There you go, look, the top 4 separated by less than a tenth. The top 5 is separated by just over a tenth then, with Brownlee in P5. He is currently out on a lap, so let's have a look at him. He's on his way to the pits, so let's have a look at Salty J, previous pole sitter. He is in mode 0. I think he might have backed out of his lap then. He definitely has backed out of his lap. He's going very slow there, so on his way into the pits or reinstallation out Frost Life then. He's not going anywhere either. Let's see if we can find someone on a lap. Let's have a look at down at attacks. He's running mode 0. He's probably not going IG. He's just been overtaken by Maranello Baby. So let's look at Maranello Baby. Let's find someone on a lap, please. He's in mode 0 at the moment. He's not on a lap either. I think we might be out of laps at the moment. Get your last name. Nope, he's coming to the pits. I think. Oh, Jelly Melly, got to be on a lap. Soft tyres, mode 5 on that engine. Powering around now, just started a flying lap. Previously on the hard tyres down there in 21.5 land. Up by just over 6 tenths. Really needs to be up by about 3 or 4 seconds over this lap, if not more. Probably closer to 4.5, I would have thought. to try, because this is going to put softs on you. You really want to be putting it at the front. And so we'll see how he gets on. So coming up then the no left turns. And now through turn, just gone through turn 10 down, sorry 11 down the hill to turn 12. Oh, a little bit over revving there on the curbs. Hopefully not lost too much time. Just this corner and one more to go. Let's see if Johnny O'Malley can get this up towards the front of the grid. Final corner, not as wide on the entry, but definitely wide on the apex, and that's going to really hamper his time. Runs wide on the exit as well. It's going to be an 18.9 on 9.8, and it's very, very off the pace, unfortunately, for him. Well, looking at 2 seconds really off the pace. If you're going to put the softs on, you want to be under the 117s, I would have thought. But we'll see how they get on. Obviously, this track will start to evolve and start to become quicker. Frost Life, there we go, into the 116.945 for him. P1 with 6 minutes left of the session. Pit lanes are looking rather busy. Track's not as busy. I'm just going to start board with Johnny O'Malley and just see if he's going to go again. Hitton has left the session. That's not good news for him. He's did 5 laps on those hards. I think Johnny O'Malley has backed up. Yeah, that's definitely back out at this stage. Let's have a look quickly up at Hungary in mode 5, running low on ERS over the lap. Is this a pit entry? No, he's going again. Bring it in towards the apex, vice in that car. Power down, it's going to be a little bit off. Yeah, it is 18.125. It's good enough for P9 at the moment. We've got 5 minutes and a bit left of the session, so he'll be making his way back to that pit lane, get a fresh set of boots on. And the crucial point now is, what are the front runners going to go for? They're going to try for softs. Are they going to stick with those mediums? Salsa J is coming out on a set of softs. Joe is coming out on a set of mediums. Ghostie's put on a set of used mediums. Only one lap on those, but they're still used tyres, which is not ideal. And he will get going then with a lap. We'll stick on board for now. We'll have a look at Salsa J once Salsa J gets started. Frostlife has said enough is enough. Or did he crash in sector 3? That's where the yellow flag is. It is 16.9. I suspect that might have been a crash. Very unusual to retire this early on unless you know you've got absolutely nothing left in that locker. So we'll start on board with Go to your last name. We've seen a lot of him today, but he is one of the front runners at the moment. As I say, we'll move on to Salter J in a moment. Let's go have a look where he is. He's just about to start a lap then. On these soft tyres now. This is... You're going to run the softs. You've got to put it at the front. IG has retired as well. That's in sector 3. Is that another calamity in the pit lane? That's where the green flag is. Just saw it a second ago. Could the pit lane be claiming victims today? Softy CJ just coming around turn 2 into 3. Keep that power pin. And does so beautifully. We'll go down, then up into turn 4. No concrete dust on this track. Salty J loses it like there was a bit of concrete dust. That Salty J is pretty much done for the qualifying session then, 'cause it's got 3 minutes left. He won't have time to get back into the pits and get a new wing on that car. As Gautier has put in a lap then, a bit faster, but not fast enough to displace Frostlife. He will be going for a cool down lap, I suspect. Because I don't think... You might have a bit of time. Probably not, actually, come to think of it. I'm just going to go for it if you're going to bring it into the pits and try and go again. Let's have a look at Joa up at the front. Looking a little slow, so let's have a look at attacks down the back. Just coming through turn 6 and 7. Car parked on the inside, no issues for him. As it wasn't really in the way. But attacks down in 15th at the moment, going to be looking to get a good result this time around. He needs to start well. As you say, the Hungarian is not an easy track for overtaking. So you really want to be putting this at the front, or have a very good strategy to play once it comes to the race. Just see if we can see any wreckage on the inside. Couldn't see anything. Marinobi goes fastest for now. with a 16.9, 2 minutes left of the session. Attacks goes up to P11, so it's nearly a second improvement for him. Not too bad. Hammer Time is up there, coming around the final corner with his throttle pin. I thought that said plus 1.7. Maybe it was plus 1.7. He has restarted another lap. Has put one lap on these tyres. 1:50 left then. Why has everyone got Hittinen? He's just started a lap as well. Let's see if we can find someone coming towards the end of the lap. Where is Jelly Melly on those softs? At the back end of the track, just gone through turns 9. So let's have a look. Lambert is currently going through 5. Husp has just started, so let's go back to Jelly Melly. Coming towards the end of his lap. What can he do? Can he get these soft tyres to switch on? A little bit of accelerating and braking going on at the same time. That's probably not going to help him. Power down towards the line. It's going to be an 18.5. It's an improvement by just shy of half a second, but it's not enough to get into that top 10. Gates is retired. Joe is retired. Are we running out of drivers? Salty J is in the pits on his soft tyres. Oh, Lambert struggling with that back end. It stepped out on him. Could that have just cost them a chance to start near the front? And he is going to be coming across as 18.5. Paperclip Fantasy on those softs. It's going to be one of the last guys to set a lap. As Husp is coming now down towards turn 12. He's just slowing down actually, so it looks like reinstallation and it's going to be going again. One last shot for him. Where's Hittinen? Hittinen's going for that one last shot. We've got 25 seconds left of the session. Obviously, if you cross the line before the check flags, you can finish that lap, as Hungary is going to be doing. Rowney's going to be doing that as well. And we're in the final few moments then of qualifying. What has everyone got left? Has anyone got the magic to get at the front of that grid? Marino, maybe, looking pretty up there at the moment. 16.905. Checker flag has fallen then. So last chance to lose for some of these drivers. Let's have a look who's coming up towards the line. Let's go Higgsy coming down towards turn 12. 3 corners left for him. Can last week's winner start this weekend off with a flyer? Can he get this car to the front of the grid on these mediums? Joe O'Malley doesn't improve down there in P11, so just missing out on the top 10 for him at the moment. Paperclip Fantasy as well down there in 15 still. Higgsy P1 16.593, and that is great for him. Let's have a look further down. Where's Brownie coming? Bailed. Brownie's not going to go any faster. He's bailed out of his lap. Ascari coming around the final corner. Can he ruin Higgsy's party? No, he can't. And P4 at the best for him. And I think that might be all she wrote. It's looking that way. Husp is the only car left to complete a lap. Just coming around the final now. And P10 he will be. And that is going to be the end of qualifying then. So with no Frankie Pie here this week, it's up to Higgsy to take the honours at the front of the grid very comfortably at the end. Let's have a look there. So the top 6 will be on mediums. Salty Joe will be on softs. Joe Brownie will be on hards. Husp will be on mediums. Everyone outside the top 10 will get a free choice of what tyres they want to put on. Particularly for Husp, for Hittinen, sorry, at P11, that's all right place to be. You get free choice tyres, you get fresh tyres as well. We'll see if you can make use of those in the race. We'll just get a full rundown then of the final qualifying positions for you. So there you go, Higgsy in pole by over 3/10 from Marino Baby, followed by Frostlife, Ascari, Hammer Time. Go to your last name, and Salted J in 7th, just outside 1 second behind Higgsy is Joe at 8th, followed by Brownie Husp as the last of the top 10. Just missing out then is Hittinen, Jelly Melly, Attacks, Lambert, IG, Paperclip Fantasy, Ambietic, Balkland, and Razias. Razias obviously getting disqualified. I think he might have had a spin and parked it on track. I'm not entirely sure, but what's done is done. So we're just going to get ourselves into this race. We're going to obviously have the formation up before we start, and it's looking dry. So drivers will be setting their cars up, making any of those final adjustments they need to make. We'll get them racing in a moment for you. Right. Just still waiting for everyone to ready themselves up, get themselves set up perfectly for this race. Obviously it's crucial to have that set up nailed. Obviously as well, part foaming is on, so they can only make a handful of changes in certain areas. They can't change too much of those cars. Those in the top 10 will be working out what strategy they're going to go for. And now it is locked in and the formation lap is underway. So let's have a quick look at what tyres the drivers outside top 10 have gone for. It's a mix of mediums and hards, mostly mediums then by the looks of things. Hittinen, Lambert and IG, the only ones going for hard tyres. Johnny Melly attacks on the mediums, and at the back four, all mediums as well. So they're going to be looking to get a jump on those hard tyres, which is an interesting thing to do. In all honesty, I would have thought they'd go hard, just try and go as long as possible. But Salty CJ, the only one on the entire grid on soft tyres, he, I suspect, is going to struggle come once we get going. Those tyres will start dropping off quite quickly, I would have thought. But I mean, we'll see how we can make it work out. Obviously, you want to spend as much time out of the pits as possible, if it's possible. With a track that's so hard to overtake, you don't want to have an extra pit stop that's going to set you even further back and leave you to make the overtakes. Sorry, I spoke up. So we'll see how they get on. But yeah, this track's often compared to Monaco in the complexity it is to overtake. I mean, the track is so much wider, but the corners... Oh, there's a mistake there from Salty J into the back of Gautier. And Hammer Time also had a little spin there. That's not good news for him. Those tyres are going to be stone cold once he gets going. Oh, did he just collect someone? No, him just dropping on track. That was him just dropping on track. So we'll see, actually, Hammer Time could be really slow off the line here. Those tyres are going to be stone cold now on that car after that little spin. Obviously, Gautier and Salty J coming together, that's going to affect their tyre temperatures potentially. But we'll see then, as we're just waiting for everyone to take up positions on the grid. Keep an eye on Hammer Time in 5th. See if those tyres are as cold as we suspect they could be now. But here are the lights, 5 red lights. They're off, and we're off then for the Hungarian Grand Prix. Slow moving at the back then from Ambietic. As they all race down towards turn 1, Hammer Time's already starting to lose positions as they're all attacking down the inside. It's looking clean so far, a little bit of argy-bargy getting on behind. But looks like everyone's then through turn 1 cleanly. Joa losing out, but he's battling alongside Haskari. Last delay breakers, Haskari's got the inside of Gautier. And is he going to get the inside then round? He's not, he's had to drop back, but Gautier has run a little bit wide. Joa's going to have a chance to make a move. Haskari goes through, and Hittinen has a terrible start, dropping back then to 19th. As we just have a quick look at position changes, because obviously we can't see times, but yeah, look at that, Hittinen dropping right to the very back. 8 places down for him, and that is not good news. So where's Salty? Salty's down in 10th. Those soft tyres are not working too well for him. He's down 3 places. Big gainer there is Raz, who's up 4 so far. Paperclip is up 3 as well. So they are going to be pushing. Let's have a look further back. Let's actually have a look towards that section. There's who's that? That's IG. IG's had a little off. Oh, he didn't just collect his no. So let's go on board with Amber on the back of Jelly Melly as we're coming round towards the final corner now. Is Lambert going to get the drive off to get past Jelly Melly down the home straight? Jelly Melly looks a little bit slow. Oh, Lambert is in that slipstream. Movement's going on ahead. Is Lambert going to make a move then down? He's going to look around the outside. Oh, dummies it down the inside. Beautiful overtake from Lambert. Does he get it slowed down? Jelly Melly's back on that power, but Lambert is just in the wrong place for Jelly Melly. Lambert is through to P11. And they're both struggling for grip then as they're running very wide at turn 2. Johnny May runs wide there through turn 4. Sorry, I had to cough. But Lambert is not too far ahead. Let's have a quick flick back towards attacks on Volkland then, as he tries to close in on him. But we're now getting to the point of the track that it's going to be really hard to overtake. We've got a little bit of a bug by the looks of things, because I don't think Ascari is a minute off the back of Marinaro Baby, because that's Marinaro Baby right there. So hopefully that time is going to update at the end of this lap, and we can find out that exact gap. And actually, let's go back towards attacks. He's trying to make moves on Volkland. Is he going to try it? No, he's not this time. Oh, there we go. Ascari's gap has now been updated. Higsy is flying out lead. Already 1.6 seconds clear, which is good news for him. Oh! The attacks just jumped into the wall. I completely missed that. Well, attacks has had a little bit of coming together with the wall and lost a lot of front wing as a result. And now he's going to struggle for a grip around these corners. Hitting and starting to make moves, and trying to make moves there on Paper Clip Fantasy. Trying to come through the inside, but nothing to go there. Trying for the switch, but now it's on board with hitting him. Apologies for coughing down the microphone, I thought I needed to. But still on board there with hitting him. Trying to make moves on Paper Clip Fantasy, but now we're getting towards this twisty section. It's going to be really hard to try for any overtakes, just hoping the guy in front of you makes a mistake. Hitting is all over the back then of Paper Clip Fantasy. Paper Clip Fantasy going slower than hitting him once. And this is really slowing him up. As you're starting to see the gap between Paper Clip Fantasy and Johnny May, 3.7 seconds. Hitton needs to get this position. He's going to go for it down the inside here. He's looking. He sends it. Cut the corner a little bit, but clean overtake at the end of the day. And he gets a little nudge then from Paper Clip Fantasy. Paper Clip Fantasy nudges him and then makes that overtake. Is he giving it back? I don't know whether he deliberately gave it back, but he has given it back, then he's hitting him. And he's getting a little bit of nudging from Volkland behind. Volkland with DRS then on Paper Clip Fantasy. He's going to try put it to the inside. Through he goes. And Paper Clip Fantasy has nothing to say, but he'll get a little bit of cut back here. I know he won't. He's unable to get on that power and get through. Got a yellow flag in sector 3 as there's a few pit stops happening. Tax and Jelly Melly are in the pits. Looks like new wings for both drivers. And let's go up then. Where should we have a look? Let's have a look at Marino Baby and Frostlife. We've not really looked at the front runners yet today. Salty J and Lambert have swapped places. Salty J had a little spin. I think he might have done, as he's really lost time. And it's worked out well for Hitton, who's really closed up that gap. Salty J got a bit of damage. He seems to be struggling through these corners. And that looks like a bit of front wing damage there on that car. Yep, that is the front right. Absolutely destroyed then. So he'll be coming into the pits then at the end of this lap. Let's have a look at the tyres that people are on. Most people who have stopped have gone to those hard tyres. Hitton is very thankful to get an easy overtake this time round. And he is up then to P11 as Salted TJ is coming into the pits. So Scurry and Gautier swapping places. And that's Marino Baby all off track. That's going to allow Gautier to try and come through. Marino Baby comes across to defend himself as Scurry goes down the inside of Gautier. Gautier is going to have the inside line in the next corner. Scurry's through but losing the back end. Where is it? There we are. And Scurry has dropped. No, he hasn't. Still there. P5 just lost the place then to Gautier. Unfortunately, just saw a bit of wobble and tried to find it and went the wrong way. So pressure getting towards the Scurry in the Haas. As this is battling now for the last ever of the podium. Higsy and Frostlife are starting to pull away out front. Higsy 2.8 seconds clear of Frostlife, and Frostlife is 1.5 clear of Marino Baby there in third place. The Scurry is all over the place. He's fighting that car right now. And with Brownie just on the rear, Brownie's going to have to try and pick a plant to take. If Ascari's weaving, not through his own fault, just having issues obviously, just getting the power down too soon off the corners. And I don't think we might see an overtake, but I don't think we will. Let's have a look further back. Hammer Time and Joe, and they're not really close enough to see anything. Oh, Hungary, Brownie do swap places. Brownie sends one down the inside. Hungari's dropped back then. Does have DRS, but isn't using it at this point. Just trying to dive down the inside of Brownie, just wasn't a gap there to even go for. But Hungary dropping back then down into P6 now. I think there's a little bit of lag there for Hungary. It's not helping things. And Brownie is through to P5. Going to be setting his sights on the Ferrari in front of him. Two Mercedes boys up the rear end as well. They all want to be coming past soon, especially if Sky's having some issues. Let's go on board with Joa, who is only half a second off the back of Ascari. As we're in this twisty section, sector 2, not a lot of chance for overtakes here, that's for sure. Oh, Joa, a little bit of wobble coming off that corner. Ascari is still all over the back then of Brownie. And Brownie is just outside DRS then of Gautier in front. So he won't get anything this time. Ascari's still fighting that car. Just seems really uncomfortable. DRS then for Ascari. Ascari's not using it. Ascari got a DRS fault? Is that why he's struggling so much? Because Joa doesn't. And Joa is sliding one down the inside of Ascari. Ascari has nothing to say. Except for, oh yeah, I want this back. A little bit of nudging going on. Ascari's fighting to keep going. Sends it back down the inside. But we'll be on the outside then for the next corner. But is already through actually, so never mind. Ascari takes back the place from Joa. We're on lap 7 of 35. And still plenty of action to come. We've not seen the pit stops yet. I suspect we might see him soon because Ascari, I think, is really struggling with these mediums. Just wonder if he's cooked them and wanting to get rid of them any time. Joa is 0.3, 0.4 now off the back of Ascari as he runs wide then. As that's turn 11. And Ascari's dropped back outside DRS of Brownie, which is going to be crucial. Even if he could use it, he won't be getting it this time around. Joa's fighting that car. He will get DRS, Ascari won't. As Brownie's trying to close up on Gautier up there in P4. Attacks with the first of the penalties. Joa has a little look, tries to switch. If that sticks, if that stuck, that would be beautiful. Sold Ascari the dummy. Ascari is looking for the receipt for that dummy because that was a beautiful sail. Joa trying to go around the outside. Nothing there for him, unfortunately. And it's just fighting to keep that car on track now. Ascari, I think, might be worried at this stage that Joa is going to come through at any moment. As Ascari is now starting to fall off the back of Brownie. 2 seconds is the gap now. He has a nice comfortable lead up front of 3 seconds. As Ambiatic is in the pits after 6 laps on his mediums, or 7 laps now, sorry. So a few close calls towards the back. Salty J is 1.1 off the back of Jelly Melly. And that's now just got into the 1 second, but we'll keep our eyes on this battle out front. Well, towards the front, sorry. Joa is trying to come past Ascari with hammer time. Waiting in the wings. If anything happens between these two, he may fancy a dive as well. But Joa is going to get the DRS off the final corner, but Ascari gets a decent drive. Got a yellow in sector 1. Is that for someone just come out of the pits? That is Ambiatic just waiting for everyone to go past. And he's just come out of the pit lane, so yeah, so Ascari and Joa are still going at it. And it's pretty much the last of the overtaking opportunities unless Ascari makes a big mistake. Ascari kicks up a little bit, runs wide. Joa's going to try. Nothing. He's looking for that cut back there, but Ascari is all over it and blocks it off beautifully. Further up front, Brownie is on the back end of Gautier. So we can see an overtake there. That's hards versus medium, similar to this battle actually. I just wonder if these mediums are starting to fall away and the hards are starting to come into their own. As so the gaps are pretty similar actually. 0.3 for Joa to Ascari, 0.5 for Brownie and Gautier. And they are 3 seconds up the field from Ascari though, so Ascari's not going to benefit much from these guys. Joa's fighting that car, his teammates come through. Was that a team orders there? It may well have been. And Hammer Time is now up into P7. We'll have a look at Brownie, and he's not going to be close enough to make a move either. So, and not even down into turn 2, will he? Let's have a look at Boglin going to go past Paper Fantasy into turn 12. Through he goes. Both running a little wide, so. And Paper Fantasy back down into 14th as Boglin goes through to P13 in the Renaults. Renault's not having a good showing here today, unfortunately. They need to find themselves some points because the McLaren's top of the Constructors' Championship by only 1 point, have got a man in the points at the moment, and Hittinen is on his way into the points. Paper Fantasy dives back down the inside of then of Boglin, but runs very wide. Boglin will take that position back off him, and Paper Fantasy will now have to try it all over again then. Let's go back up to Brownie and Gautier. Gautier's closing on Marinello, baby. And Frostlife isn't far away either, so we can see a little battle start to develop here for second place. No one going in the pits yet from these ones. I don't think Gautier's going to get DRS. No, he's not. Brownie's actually got yellow fuel, which means he hasn't got enough to finish. So he just needs to do some fuel saving. Not too much of an issue, but it's something worth keeping in mind that you can't run rich revs for too long. But at the same time, this game actually punishes you with overheating engines for running it for too long, so sometimes it's best to just play it safe. Position swapped, and swapped back behind as Hammer Time had got past Ascari. Ascari got back as Hittinen gets past Lambert then for P10 in the last points positions. Hammer Time is trying to make a move on Ascari, but running out of time on this lap to do so, so we'll sit behind and wait for an opportunity. Brownie's doing the same then. Up there in P5, half a second off the back of Gautier. That's a yellow in sector 3. It's probably one of the back runners, so not too much to worry about at this stage. If it causes a virtual safety car, then there might be something to worry about. I think actually a safety car at this point is going to be an interesting one because the mediums will all pit, but the hards will have to stay out. So the mediums are going to benefit massively from that. Yellow in sector 2. But Brownie is half a second then off the back of Gautier, and Marinello is just less than a second off the back of Frostlife. Hixie is flying out lead. He's got 4.5 seconds, 4.6 seconds lead now. Brownie's going to look to get the drive that he needs off the corner. It looks like a decent one, but actually he's got a better one now. Brownie's starting to reel him in. Down the home straight, Gautier defends the inside line. Brownie's going to try and go around the outside. Just squeezed off the track, nearly loses the back end, but held the slide. And will stick in P5 for now. Further behind Joa and Hammer Time, still trying to find their way past Ascari. Ascari driving the widest car on track at the moment by the looks of things. As Marinello up there in P3 picks up a 3-second penalty. And that could be big. We're on lap 12.35, there's a long way to go. He's hitting those corners quite hard. Half a second then off the back of Frostlife. How long though before we start seeing these mediums dive into the pits? I think by the fact that Brownie isn't streaming past them means they've still got a bit of life to go. But Mariner maybe right on the gearbox here, Frostlife. Hixie's staying out for now, and they all seem to be staying out. Marinobi will get DRS down the home straight. Brownie's dropped back a little bit then from Gautier. Will get DRS, oh no he won't. Hammer Time as well has come to pits. The first of the front runners to blink, looking to get the undercut on Ascari. Marinobi all over the back end of Frostlife then. And nothing from the first DRS. Is he going to side? No, he's not. He's nowhere near. Hammer Time comes out on fresh hard tyres then. Where is he going to come out? Lambert's going to come through as well. And IG won't be coming through, so Hammer Time will come out in P11. A bit of clear air, which is good news for him. And he's actually dropped into a very nice little bit of clear air. 3.8 seconds off the back of Lambert, so he can warm these tyres up and start pushing some quick laps to try and cut in to Scari's lead. Now will we see the same from Maranello Baby? Will he pit to try and get the undercut on Frostlife? Or will Frostlife pit to block off the undercut and force Maranello Baby to do the very hard overcut, which is pitting later? Doesn't often work, and we'll see who's coming in. Neither of them still. They're going to go for another lap. And they've got to be careful though, because Frostlife's teammate is just behind them and will be affected if they both pit at the same time. Scari's pit as well to cover off the undercut. Has it worked though? We'll find out in a moment. We're still on board with Maranello Baby on Frostlife as they go down towards turn 2. Yellow's once again in 62. Maranello Baby's not going to make anything of it this time. Let's have a look then. Scari's coming down the pit lane. Where is Hammer Time? Hammer Time's coming down the home straight as well. Has he done the undercut? There's Husqvarna. He's going to be close. He's going to go round the outside. Husqvarna's got the inside line. Hammer Time has the fresher, has the warmer tyres. I think Husqvarna might be able to defend this. Hammer Time hasn't got the undercut. That's unfortunate for him. He's still stuck behind Husqvarna. As we're on lap 14 then of 35. And his plan hasn't worked. Frostlife with a 3-second penalty. Again, that could be a big one. Maranello Baby already has 3. Frostlife now has 3 to go with it. And Husqvarna has a Lambert. He needs to get out of the way. Now this is where Hammer Time could try and make a move. If Husqvarna gets held up, as Frostlife has pitted then from P2. Oh, Hammer Time is dragging that car to the very edge of the limit. And Husqvarna is all over the back of Lambert. He's going to try for an inside move here. He'd be daft if he did, because he needs to keep that DRS. Attack's picking up his second penalty. There's a little battle sign formed towards the back. Husqvarna trying to go round the outside here of Lambert. This is going to work just about. Lambert. Oh, I thought Lambert was going to nudge him there. Lambert losing 2 for the price of 1. But Hammer Time trying to go around the outside of Husqvarna once again. Looking for this switchback. Nothing to come of it this time. Let's have a look actually towards the back after this corner. And see what's happening for the battle for 15th. Let's have a look at it now. They are very close. Clip has lost time there. It's a getting your elbows out time by the looks of things, that's for sure. Paper Fancy and Jelly Melly trying to come down the inside. Don't nudge the back end of that tyre. Jelly Melly's through and Paper Faithfully's just lost 3 places in a couple of corners. And he's sliding back. Where's Raz? Is Raz going to make a move on attacks? Late on the brakes. Well, attacks early. And Raz will now try and make a move on attacks. Is he going to fancy a little snifter? No, he's not. And Gautier, last name, has picked up a 5-second penalty for speeding the pit lane. That could be big news come the end of the race. As he's put on a fresh set of hards. Where's he going to come out though? As Husp is also pitched. Let's go look at Gautier coming down the pit lane. Where is he coming out? He's going to be behind. Where's Husqvarna? Husqvarna's not going to get past. Where's Hammer Time? Nowhere near. So Gautier stays ahead of Husqvarna. Hammer Time late on the race, nearly collecting Husqvarna. So close to that back end. And they are 4 and a bit seconds off the back of Gautier. And Gautier is batting with his teammate, who's batting with Maranello Baby, who's batting with Hittinen. Maranello Baby on fresh tyres, Hittinen on rather old hards. How long can Hittinen hold out for out front? Yes, so Hittinen very old, 13 seconds off the lead, and this is not working out well for these guys. This is allow Higgs to start pulling away. And could allow Brownie and Joa to get some leapfrogs here. Essentially, they've not pitted yet on those hard tyres out front, and having these guys not been able to get past Hittinen, as Brownie has actually pitted, that's interesting call. We'll see what he goes for. I think he's going to have to go for mediums. Let's see, can he get the leap? He has gone for mediums. Hicksy's obviously gone for hards. So Brownie fancying the one stop onto the mediums. Where is Brownie's coming down the pit lane? Where is he coming out? He's coming out just behind this battle, actually. Look at that. Brownie is in the mix here. Joa is our race leader. Hicksy is 11 seconds off the back, and it is starting to get a little bit punchy. Hittinen has just dropped like a stone because Hittinen is facing the wrong way. Completely missed it. And that is Hittinen's race. That's the second spin he's had. And he will slide towards the back once he pits, and that could be soon because those tyres will be rather toasty. 2 Ferraris going out with Brownie just off the back. Marino Baby has retired then from P10. Not entirely sure what's happened. Let's have a look from Huss's point of view. It looks like he's just got off then at turn 2. Just straight into that barrier. You can see his car right in front of IG in the barrier. That's an unusual place to DNF, in all honesty. Virtual safety car deployed. Now, where is Joa? Joa is in the ideal place. Joa's going to come into the pits. This could be Joa taking the race lead. Stay with him. Keep an eye on Higsy as well. Obviously, I'd love to have 2 pictures at this point, just to see where people are. Or a track map at least. Joa coming down the pit lane. Fresh mediums going to go on that. Where is Higsy? Coming around the final corner. Is Joa going to take the race lead here? DRS has been able. Higsy's going to come at it full pelt down the home straight. Where's Joa? Still in the pit lane. Is Higsy going to claim the lead? No, he hasn't. That is... Oh no, that's someone else. That's Joa. So Joa's going to come out still in contention on fresh mediums. 2 Ferraris going at it. Still for second and third. Joa in the mix then. Actually, that has worked out great for him as Ascari and Hammertime swapping places. Ascari and Hammertime going side by side down the hill, down towards turn 2. Ascari's got the inside line. If Hammertime can stick with him, he'd have the inside for the next, but he doesn't. And that's Ascari in 6th still. Joa leapfrogging Ascari and moving onto the back of the train for 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th. It's getting tense out there. We're on 18 of 35. That virtual safety car couldn't come at a better time for Joa. Only thing he would have said, could it have just lasted an extra 5 seconds, he might be out in the lead if it had. But he'll be happy to still be in the mix. He's just got to stay with these guys out front now. Obviously there are penalties to be applied for some drivers. Frostlife and Gautier for example right now. If you can stay with them, then you might get a leap. As Paperclip Fantasy Backmarker getting right in the way here. Needs to get out of it. Joa is trying to come through. Paperclip Fantasy just needs to get onto the side. As Brownie looking to make moves round the outside. Oh, Paperclip Fantasy just driven into the side there of Gautier. That is a backmarker taking out 4th place. If I was Joe, I'd be really nervous about that guy being anywhere near you. Bulklin getting a 3-second penalty, but has that damaged Gautier's car in any way? Let's have a look, see if we can see that front wing. It looks okay. Obviously, I don't know if he would have had a chance to take Brownie. And oh! Gautier's just crashed straight into Bulklin. Joa has crashed into him as well. Double retirement as Bulklin has spun then at turn 5. Right in the middle of the track. That is really unfortunate. And we have a double retirement, but then Joa and Gautier have retired. Brownie is trying to make moves. Bulklin has retired as well. That is a big collision there. We've down another couple of drivers. And Brownie is on the back of Frostlife still. He's going to be looking to make moves on this home straight. His back end is stepping out on him a little bit. Is he going to get the slipstream? Frostlife goes over to the right hand side, taking a look to take the inside into the corner. Here comes Brownie with the slipstream. He's going to go down the inside. He's going to have this position made. Frostlife can't do much about it now unless he gets the perfect drive. But even then, Brownie will have DRS and start to pull away from him. Let's have a look at Hammer Time and Ascari. Ascari's still wobbling, as he always seems to do. That back end is rather loose on Ascari, that's for sure. So, Paperclip Fantasy, did he have a little pit stop yet? Did he pick up any damage after his collision? Gautier's been through the wars. It was a collision at turn 1 with Paperclip Fantasy, and then a DNF at turn 5 with a collision with Bolkland. And these back markers are not making life easy for the front runners. There's definite damage on Paperclip Fantasy's car. Where is he in relation to other cars? Is he going to be causing any more problems? Could be, because Husp is close. Probably about 5-6 seconds behind at this stage. Hammer time is less than that. He's going to look to make moves around the outside. Oh, there's a bit of a squeeze there. He's not going to take it this time. As they come up to turn 13, Hammer time's just going to sear in behind. Got yellow in sector 2. Hopefully no one's going to crash into whoever spun this time. Brownlee sets the fast lap as he sets his sights on Higgsy. 4 seconds is the gap out front. We're on lap 21 of 35. 14 to go. Hammer time's looking to make moves on the Sky. Sky's driving the widest car on this track. And Hammer time is just not able to get past, and a lot of extra power off that corner. He just slides off it. He's going to have to be careful not to overheat those rears. As Brownlee with 3-second penalty for his own. Not good news. He's up there in P2, and he wouldn't have wanted that is for sure. And we'll stay on board with Hammer time. He's battling with the Sky for 4th place. And yeah, so if you just joined us, there have been a couple of collisions a few laps ago. Into turn 1, back marker of Paperclip broke really late going into the side of Gautier. Salty J has DNF. Let's have a quick look. Salty TJ, sorry. See where that was. That's just there. He's just lost it off the corner. Off turn 1. So yeah, Gautier was Paperclip Fantasy tried to almost unlap himself, but not really. He was just very late on the brakes, went into the side of Gautier. And then at turn 5 on the very same lap, Bolkland has spun just up here. Obviously got on the curve a little too much and lost the back end. As a result, he was collected by Joa and Gautier, both of them DNFing along with Bolkland as a result. Marino Baby crashing out at turn 2. Caused a virtual safety car as well at that one. Didn't get a safety car or anything for the other crashes. Explain that if you can. So, yes, lap 22 of 35. I'm sure we've got some more action left. I'd be surprised if that is it. That barrier's looking a bit ominous on the left. Where is Husp? Husp is coming up. Is that Paperclip? That is. So let's stay with Husp for a little while. As Jelly Melly and attacks swap places. Attacks goes into the pits, then Paperclip Fantasy caused the first crash. Getting blue flagged now to Husp, and needs to just get out of the way. He failed to do it last time round, and is failing to do it again. Husp sends one down the inside and is through. And Hittinen is trying to come through as well. Husp runs very wide off the corner, and Paperclip Fantasy is dropping back then. Let's have a look up towards Hammer Time and Hungary. Won't be an overtake this time, just so much of a gap between these two. And I don't think Hammer Time's even going to take it on the next piece of DRS. He's 0.4 back now. So let's have a look at Hittinen and Husp. Hittinen, his luck has not been with him. He's had 2 spins so far this race, all on his own. He was up quite high. Now he's going to make a move then on Husp. Going to go round the outside, but Husp just takes the apex beautifully. Mascari 3-second penalty. That could be a big come the end of the race as well. Husp has taken Hittinen, has taken Husp then for P6, and with 20 seconds between himself and Hammer Time in P5. I think this is the best Hittenen's going to achieve today, bearing any safety cars or anything. That is, as IG and Jelly Melly swapping places back there. Jelly Melly's got some DRS done on IG. Is he going to try? He's going to try. IG defending the inside line, but Jelly Melly is going to try and go around the outside. IG's got the inside. Still there. Jelly Melly's got the drive off the corner, but IG is still trying these fresh mediums against old hards, and IG just hasn't got it. He's going to try here, but it's really hard to get an overtake there. Jelly Melly needs a lot of space. So good driving from him to do so. But IG gets a good drive off, but has to back out. Hammertime and Ascari swap places once again as they go through turn 1 into 2. And Ascari still holding off the back of this Mercedes. And if I was Hammertime, I would be getting rather angry right about now because you're just not getting past. You're having the DRS, you're having it every single lap, and just not being able to do anything. Let's have a look at ERS usage. They're about the same. Ascari is just a little bit further down. Obviously, the majority of this lap, you can just stick it in 0, save it up, dump it all on the home straight, and down into turn 2, and just defend everything every day of the week. Hamilton a little bit wobbly there. Just got on that curb. Ascari just gets a little bit of a breather for now. 0.66 is the gap. And Hammertime will be composing himself. He's come up to the second to last corner then. And we're on that. Well, the leaders have just started up 25 off 35. It's still all to race for. And let's see, can Hammertime get the drive off that he needs? It's looking about the same, so it won't be much of an overtake this time around. As Gautier Senpai wants to go kill himself after his little accident with Volkland. It's a bit unfortunate though. That's the problem with back markers. You want them to get out of the way, but if they're facing the wrong way in the middle of the track, there's not much they can do about it. Hammertime saying not much he can do about this at the moment. He's tried so hard for pretty much the entire race along with his teammate to get past Ascari, and he just seems unable to do anything. I think Hamza maybe just going to sit here and wait, just wait it out. So Ascari is just driving a defensive masterclass really. I mean, it's not hard to drive a defensive masterclass on this track. For those who remember 1997 Hungarian Grand Prix where Damon Hill nearly won in an Arrows. For those who don't know what an Arrows F1 car is, think of Williams now, a little bit faster, and put it in the 90s era where there was no ERS, there's no DRS, and give it to a World Championship driver. That's basically what it was like. It's probably more like a Renault is nowadays, really, just a bit off the pace, very much off the pace, really. And he was able to take it nearly the whole way to a race win. It was just unfortunate his car gave up on him in the last lap, and he came, I think, second or third at the end. Not 100% sure on the final result for him, but it was still a great one to watch. Especially the year after his championship, he needed something like that just to revitalise him. Speaking of being revitalised, Brownie is caught up to the back of Higsy. 0.8 is the gap there. We're on lap 26 to 35. And Higsy's got a back marker of Jelly Melly. Hopefully this one's going to be easier than the previous ones. If Jelly Melly does that, it will be so much easier. Jelly Melly going to come back on, unfortunately, in front of Brownie. Jelly Melly just needs to get out of the way because this is going to affect Brownie's entire corner. Jelly Melly going to pull over just about. And Brownie is through, gets the bit of DRS, a bit of slipstream as well from Jelly Melly, but he is now. Oh, Jelly Melly, is that a little dive on Brownie? That's. These back markers need to work out how to stop a car because they're not doing too well today. Speaking of stopping the car, is Hamilton going to stop it in the right position? No, Ascari stops it perfectly. Holding on still to that P4. We're on lap 27 to 35. Hamilton, or should we just say Mercedes and Ascari have been going at it for about 26 laps. That is how frustrating it has been for Hamilton and Joa today. They have not been able to find a way past Ascari. And it's getting frustrating if I was a Mercedes boy, that's for sure. Let's have a look quickly at Brownie. Another back marker on his way, that's going to be Raz. Not going to be this lap, maybe next lap there'll be catch up to the back of him. Brownie very deep into that corner. He'll lose a bit of time, I suspect. I'm just wondering if these mediums are starting to fall away. Did Brownie make the right call stopping when he did? He's not using his DRS either. Has he got a DRS fault? Or is he just doesn't know he's got it? It's half a second off the back of Hicksy. He's not using that DRS. Well, you see how close he gets there. Yellow flags flying in sector 1 and 2. That's just up here. What's that? That's Ambietic. He's just pulled over to the side. He might have had an incident. Hicksy almost loses it there. Brownie is having a little sniff at the back of this McLaren, sorry. As Hammer Time is still... Hammer Time's had an accident. Hammer Time's had a big off then. Must have completely missed it, but he's dropped right off the back of Ascari. 10 seconds down and front wing damage. Does it come back to Hitterden? We're coming towards the end of this race and Hammer Time's picked up front wing damage. If he pits now, he'll at least come out in P8 with fresh softs and a fresh front wing. And he doesn't want to pick up a penalty for doing that, that's for sure. Let's go to Brownie then, and Hicksy, less than half a second. So I see the light on. It's flashing. The way he's closing looks like he might have it, but at the same time it looks like he doesn't have it. Just wonder, does he have actually got a fault then with that DRS? Starting to feel it is hitting and has got past Hammer Time. No issues there for hitting. I think Hammer Time's going to have to come into pits here. Yeah, he is. But as I say, he won't come out outside the points. He will come back with the points with soft tyres. And I mean, he might not get much higher than 8th, but he'll at least be giving it all his all. And who knows? Who knows what he can achieve? Brownie is looking to achieve a race win here today. He's all over the back of Hicksy. It's Red Bull versus McLaren. Not often you'll hear that in the last few years, that's for sure. Hamilton, as I say, does come out on fresh softs. 16 or so, 7 seconds behind Lambert. 18 now. And Brownie is going to try and find a way past Hicksy then. As we're about to start lap 30 of 35. It's getting towards the end. Looking how slow Brownie's closing, I think he must have DRS fault. He does close and send one down the inside then of Hicksy. Hicksy looks for switchback. Hicksy's taken a beautiful switchback then as they're side by side as they go down the hill, down towards turn 2. Brownie with the inside line. Hicksy going to try switchback, but Brownie is just parked on the apex and gets away with the lead. Now Hicksy has spent the entire race out front. Brownie has jumped up into it. Can Hicksy battle to overtake? He's not had to overtake anyone, I don't think, for the entire race. Other than... No, I don't think he has had to overtake anyone. Other than back markers, but they don't really count in all honesty. Joey May with penalties back there in 11th. That's not really going to cost him too much. His closest driver is 11 seconds away, and that person has penalties as well. So let's stay with Hicksy for a little bit. We'll have a look at Hammer Time in a moment, just see how he's getting on with those fresh softs. The time between him and Lambert is tumbling, but is it going to tumble fast enough? I don't think it will, but you never know. Starboard with Hicksy, he's going to get some DRS then. Brownie switches to the inside, trying to break that slipstream. There are back markers up ahead as well. That could be crucial. Back markers have not been kind today, that's for sure. Hicksy won't be making a move then this time round. Let's have a look. So Lambert did a 57.2 sector. Let's see how much time Hammer Time's up over the first 2 sectors. As he's coming around turn 10, he's going to be not that far up, if anything. Oh no, yeah, there he is. He's up by a few seconds then over this lap so far. We'll get the... So he's done a 20.2 as Lambert. As is yellow in sector 2. What is Hammer Time going to do? Is he going to be up a few seconds here? And And that is up by just shy of 3 seconds that lap. He needs to find more than 3 seconds a lap. Lambert's tyres will start to fall off though. He's done 13 laps on those. Brownie is still in the lead though. 0.8 is the lead to Higgsy. Higgsy's going to get some DRS here. But is Brownie going to get the drive off he wants? Yellow in sector 1. Is that going to cause any problems for these front runners? Those are some back markers up ahead of him. Battling it out. Actually, they're not battling out. There's just several different ones. What was that? That's Raz and IG actually. They are actually battling, sorry. IG and Raz, 1.1 between them. But Brownie currently leading. He does have penalties in his name, which I don't think Higgsy does have. So Brownie needs to find 2 more seconds to take this race win. Can he find 2 more seconds though? I think as we approach back markers, it's going to be a little bit easier for him because they might get in Higgsy's way. Higgsy's closed up. Brownie's made a little mistake there. That's not what Brownie needs to be doing. He does have old mediums on that car, which is what's going to be costing him here. He did go for what I thought was a slightly early pit stop on the hards. He went hards, mediums. Higgsy went medium, hards. Brownie actually stopped at the same time as Higgsy, same lap. Could he have run those hards for another couple of laps so he had a little bit more in these mediums to use? But Higgsy is right there on his tail. So batting out in front of them as well is IG and Raz for 9th and 10th, the last 2 points positions. They are going to have to be careful with the Rees coming up to them. Obviously, you don't want to be blocking other cars. You don't want to get penalties post-race. Raz, 3-second penalty for him. There's a yellow in sector 2, which is actually just coming up ahead of IG. And there's a car off the track there. Who is that? That is Ambietic. Currently 14th and last. I don't think he'll be getting any points today, even if you add DNF, because he's so far down, unfortunately, on everyone. But Raz is still there on the back of IG. Let's go back on board with Raz. Half a second between them as the race leaders are starting to close up onto them. And they are. Oh, IG runs very wide. Raz is going to come through. Raz will not get DRS though as a result. Almost looks deliberate then. As Ambietic gets a 10-second penalty for exceeding track limits. IG with DRS. Where are our race leaders? They can't be far behind. IG is going to switch the inside. Through he goes. You just saw there the race leaders are right behind him. As IG takes position back off Raz and up to P9 he goes and comes across the cover. But is Raz going to try anything here? Trying to go around the outside. Really hard to make this move. I think he's actually going to do it. He's going to take the inside. Squeeze from IG, but IG holds it off. And Ambietic's getting more penalties down there in P10. Oh, a little bit like there. Raz and IG coming together. And it's looking like IG has it. Raz will not. Ooh. That's not a place you make a move. Ambietic gets disqualified. No surprise there. Just picked up far too many penalties. And these guys are now starting to get blue flags. So Raz is going to have to move out of the way. Brownie is trying to come through. Raz has got to be careful because you can get quite big penalties for ignoring blue flags. They're both moving comfortably out of the way. IG, that's not comfortably out of the way, that's for sure. And Higgsy's trying to come through. I thought he was going to try and come through on Brownie. And they've finally got out of the way for him. And the race leaders have been released as they're coming around the corner to start their final lap. And Brownie, I think, still has that 3-second penalty. That's going to be crucial. It's going to take a massive mistake from Higgsy or a massive effort from Brownie to take the win to the Red Bull. I think Higgsy might have this one in the bag. Frost Life 9 seconds off the back of them. Ascari has pulled away and is in a little race of his own. Hammer Time won't be going on Lambert. He's still 12 seconds off the back of him, but Lambert will be gaining on us as they're going to come around the final couple of corners to start their final lap. What has Lambert got left? last lap. It's so easy to make mistakes. We've been racing for 35 laps on a taxing track. Yellow in sector 1. Who scores that one? As Lambert looking to go around there. Oh, a little bit of bit wobbly there. And it runs off track and doesn't take it. He's going to fancy a dive down the inside. He's going to go for it. Sends one down the inside. Lambert is through. Little wheel to wheel there from these two. Husby trying to come back through. Oh, he's just lost the rear end. And he will be P7 by the looks of things. And nothing better now as Brownie comes across the line to take the race win. Higsy takes the actual top step of the podium through penalties. Brownie with that 3-second penalty. So Higsy is your eventual race winner. Frostlife will come across in third, followed by Hungary. Hittonen's actually caught up to Hungary. Hamilton's just picking up loads of penalties. He's going to have to be careful. Actually, I don't think he'll drop back unless he picks up 20 odd seconds penalties. He's trying his best. Hittonen is on the back of Ascari. I think is going to come down to the checkered flag. And Ascari takes P4 from Hittonen just about. And Husp and Lambert are swapping places around the final corner. Lambert has the lead. Husp isn't going to overtake. It's going to be close. But through penalties, Husp gets it anyway. And then the final driver coming across the line is going to be Hammer Time. And he's going to come across in P8 after that unfortunate spin. And he spent so long battling with Ascari. It's a shame to see him finish so low after his accident. But there we go. So that is your podium. McLaren once again on top. 2 for 2 for them. And they will extend their championship lead on Renault. And let's have a quick rundown of those results for you. So there you go. Higsy confirmed winning over Brownie, followed by Frostlife getting that podium. Good result from him. Ascari P4 after a great defensive drive. Hittonen P5 after a couple of spins actually. Hittonen, I was expecting him to finish lower, but a great recovery from him. Husband P6 followed by Lambert. Hammer Time after his accident. Lots of penalties recruited by him, but most of those on the final lap, finishing P8. Then one lap down are IG and Raz running at your points. And just missing out is Jelly, followed by Attacks, Paperclip Fantasy, and then DNF and Salty J. Joa, go to your last name, and go to your senpai. I don't know why he changed that. Followed by Balkland, Marino maybe, and Ambietic getting disqualified for a few too many penalties. And there we go. Thank you everyone for being here for the Hungarian Grand Prix. What a race that was. What a race. I'm just going to check where we are next week. It is, well, I'm not here, so I've deleted it from my calendar, so I can't tell you. Sorry. As I said, I won't be here next week. It's my birthday weekend, so I'm allowed to be away for a change. I don't know who's going to stand in. I won't be here. So if you guys want to keep informed, use their Discord and they'll let you know on there. So thanks everyone for watching. I hope I was entertaining. I try my best. I hope the race was as entertaining for you guys as it was for me. That was a fun race. Shame about the incidents. But yeah, thanks for everyone being here.